Ugh. I hate that when you start. I hate that when you start this game, nothing has power. Now everything's fine, but before then everything was all screwy, and I don't like that. Anyway, I'm drivelling on about rubbish. But what else is new on this channel? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Oh, goodness. Where even were we? What were we even doing? Oh yeah, that's right, we're doing quality of life improvements. That's what we were doing. That's the thing we were doing. So I had an idea. You remember how I was nattering on about I don't know how to get past these areas? Yeah, like these areas of all the chlorine, all the slime, and all of the general other unnicenesses. Well, I had an idea whilst I was editing the last video. I had an idea about how to get rid of the slime areas. I can't guarantee this will work, full stop, but I definitely can't guarantee that this will work in the germified areas, like this bits of the slime. But in areas like this, around here, I think this plan of mine will actually work. Because what I have remembered is that somewhere in here it is, in distillation, there is this machine here, which refines slime into algae, which is great, because it means we can have a machine which gets rid of this slime. Hooray. And it produces algae, which is what the algae terrariums use to produce oxygen. Which is great. But what are you complaining about? You're too hot. I've never heard anybody complain that they're too hot. Anyway, that was a very poor joke, but that's not the point. The point is that I can't find this machine, and I'm prattling on while I look for it. Here it is. Because this, although it requires power, which is a problem, it produces polluted water. It produces a little bit of heat as well, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, but never mind. It takes slime, and it produces polluted water. It produces bad water, and it produces algae. And I've been yakking on about how useful additional water would be in this situation. Why? I don't see that anything's wrong, but I feel like something is wrong. But anyway, so I think we could create an area that could start to utilize some of this slime, perhaps, and use it to fill up this reservoir some more, so that we have more polluted water, which we can purify into good water and use for the production of many other interesting and useful things. That's sort of my idea. It's sort of a plan that I have. I think the thing that this is whinging on about, because we do have power, I think the problem is that this isn't in the water, which is the big problem. So I'm going to have to figure out how under the sun I'm going to solve this problem. Probably with a ladder. Ladders solve all sorts of problems. So I'm going to have to deconstruct this pump and then build another one down here, which is going to be a bit of a pain in the butt, but never mind. So give me a moment. I'm just going to try and set up this algae production slime removal plant somewhere in here. I don't really know where exactly, but I'm gonna try and fail. I'm gonna try, and trying is the important thing, I think. Refinement. Let's not have it too near the door. I don't know why, but I don't want it too near the door. We'll just put it there for no particularly good reason. Like that, I think. I don't mind having a few more wheeze warts. Do I have any more wheeze warts? Wart seed? No, none. None at all. There are a few more around here, but to be honest, we're kind of reaching the end of the ice environment, which is a little worrying. But yeah, we're kind of reaching the end of the ice environment. There's only about 4 more wheeze warts here. Why have we never had that one? We should definitely get hold of that one. It's also just struck me, this thing, which I never actually looked into. Do these things have a life cycle of some kind? This is domestic growth. It doesn't say anything about this. No, it doesn't say anything about life cycles. I was just wondering whether eventually those plants were going to die. And, you know, like, eventually we'd, they just die and we just wouldn't have any more of them. Never mind. That's clearly and evidently not what's going on, so I don't know why I'm panicking. I mean, I'm panicking because I'm me, but that's not the point. It is getting a little toasty around here now. If we look at the temperature-ometer, yeah, this area is fine. This central area is getting a little bit extrally warm. I think I'm going to start distributing more. We literally uprooted this a minute ago, and now it's not here anymore. So we uprooted a wheezewort from over here, and then the seed vanished into thin air, and it suddenly appeared over here instead. No, I have absolutely no clue what's going on. But what does it matter? Here's a small miracle. I've remembered this thing needs power, unlike every other time I've ever played this game. That's a small miracle, isn't it? Moving swiftly on. I never made you any mess tables. I promised I was going to do that. And then I didn't. Because I'm a cretin. There we go, that's a little better. The decor in there is nice as well. Put one of them down for no particularly good reason. A lamp. Do we need a lamp? I don't know. Does it increase the decor? Increases work speed. 8 watts. Produces heat. Produces heat? Oh. I see we're not using energy efficient light bulbs. That would possibly explain... This is big. Oh no, it's not big. Well, I don't even have the resources to build that. I was wondering where that was, but don't worry about it. Yeah, this is probably contributing to some degree to our heat problem, because we've got lights everywhere. I never actually twigged that that was going to be a problem. But never mind, what's the morale situation looking like? Alright, but not really good enough to get any additional skills. And we're not really in massive need of anything right now. Yeah, I wouldn't mind the better gridding skill, because that would presumably allow them to make better food. But I think we're going to need better crops before we get better food, so perhaps I would be a little bit more bothered about that. I do wish you'd use this pitcher pump, which is the one I gave you, the special one I made, so you wouldn't have wet socks anymore. But never mind. What does it matter? I'm only trying to make your lives better. Speaking of making lives better, let's actually build those quickly so that we can actually get on with that. What other sort of projects need doing right here and now? I suppose this, since, you know, this is the new thing that I'm rather trying to show you. There's still a lot of CO2 in there. Probably because the CO2 is starting to equalise the pressure out, actually. There's about 2,000 grams per square there, and there's about 2,000 grams there as well. Which means eventually that is going to start pushing up, isn't it? Which isn't going to be great. Again, with the wheezewort, where are these things coming from? Not complaining, because, you know, every wheezewort we get is another reduction in temperature. But at the same time, I'm a little confused. Confused about where they're all coming from. Yeah, see, we have slime here, which is producing polluted oxygen, which is nice. I mean, it's, well, I say it's nice. It could be worse, is what I'm trying to say. You know, it could be producing superheated carbon dioxide, which would most certainly be worse. It would just, you know, be nice if this polluted oxygen didn't spread germs, which is what I think it does. Pretty sure polluted oxygen spreads germs. Yay, they can actually sit at the tables, or at least they would, if they would actually go and eat their dinner already. A fungal spore, the seed of a dust cap. Digging up buried objects may uncover a fungal spore. Fascinating. What under this undeserving sun of ours is this? An edible, flavourless fungus that grew in the dark. Quality terrible. Then why in the... why did we make this? Why did we get this? Can I plant this? Why would I want it? If its quality is so bad, why under the sun would I want it? Oh gosh. Does it eat slime? Yeah, it takes slime. It gives more food, and it improves the decor instead of decreasing the decor, despite the fact that it's a dirty old mushroom. I have no idea. And it only lives in carbon dioxide. It sounds like a pain in the butt, if you ask me. It sounds like an absolute pain in the butt. I don't want any shrooms, thank you very much. I'll cope without them. Oh dear. Just sit and play the waiting game, I suppose, now. And worry about coal in the meantime. Yep, down to a mere 8.4 tons of coal. We need to go and find some more. I really want that pocket of coal, but it's such a pain in the butt going to be to get there. We could do it. It's just going to be the trip of going all that way round. It's going to take forever. I guess we could dig that out, but that's just going to be a pain trying to reach it. I say we go for this. I say we go for this, and we say screw the chlorine. Where are we going to go? I say we go here. And we dig down like that. And through there as well. Yeah, like that. Let's see if we do that. That should give us like such a little more chlorine anyway. Or a little more coal. So what does the chlorine do? I don't really think you guys should be breathing chlorine. Don't really think I should be walloping the microphone like that. Don't think you guys should be breathing chlorine, because I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure that chlorine isn't a thing you're supposed to drink an awful lot of. I'm now starting to worry. Like, was it a terrible mistake bringing the chlorine in here? Was that a really, really stupid idea of mine? Oh, gosh. I really wish they'd get on with this. But, yeah, we got some coal now. A little bit. Step in the right direction. We can access this without busting into any areas of chlorine, because we can just go straight down here. It's just going to be a pain dealing with this water. And, not that. Go away, you stupid thing. I don't want to mop the rock, for crying out loud. I don't want to mop that rock. I just want to bust the rock down. Just get rid of this water. There's going to be too much there, isn't there? Yeah. I can mop that much at least. That gets rid of the worst of it. I'm just got to figure out what the hell we're doing with this. But, we have so many creatures. I never even realised this. I never just took the time to stop and look for a moment. We have a weirdly large number of creatures. We've got whatever this thing is, a reject from SpongeBob SquarePants by the looks of it. We've got all of these weird, dragging, four-eyed, fluffy-bummed, massive-mouthed freakazoids. With a little pipsqueak. We've got hatches all over the show. There's just and with this shine bug up here, which has been stuck in there for about the last 10 years. There's just weird creatures everywhere. I'm probably not taking advantage of them in the manner that I should, and that's not because of any animal rights gubbins. That's merely a matter of laziness and incompetence, the driver of this entire channel. Gosh. Giddy, I've been going 20 minutes, we haven't even gotten off the first step yet. Come on, I need to do this project. Get this project done. Why are you... Sore back? Of course you've got a sore back. You didn't go to bed, you freaking moron. Oh, blast, 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 blast. Do you know what this freaking moron's just done? It's just... Oh, just put the... Good. Good. That's why she didn't go to bed. She didn't go to bed because I didn't let her go to bed. Because I broke the only pathway between her and bed. I'm so intelligent. Why is that unreachable? Can you... Oh, you can't go up that high, can you? Which means you can't actually reach that cable. Oh, gosh. Right, there we are. Now they can actually finish doing the roof. Why do you need a ladder? Why do you need a ladder? Why can't you just stand on a box or jump? Oh, never mind, what does it matter? Anyway, so the obvious question is, how much slime do we have? Cultivatable soil, organics? Slime. We have 350 kilograms of slime. That's none. That's basically none. But if I look at my plumbing overlay, we see that grubby water is beginning to move in the correct direction, which is good. We just don't have nearly enough slime to actually facilitate everything we want to do. So I'm going to have to start digging out quite a lot more, which I've now just realised I've built this in a place which isn't really conducive to having more slime, and I can't go anywhere else in fear of commuting distances. So we haven't managed to accidentally uncover an oil well, have we? In the meantime, no. Looks like there's another alien facility there. There's definitely something there. Yes, but what's this? Is this germified? I don't know what the germ overlay is. No, Giddy! Oh, I wonder the sun is this. It's materials. You could have fooled me. Lights, plumbing, decor. No, where's the germs? There we are. Yeah, this area is not too bad, but also this area is in slime. So there's only 200 grams in a box. You're yanking my chain. That's an awful lot less than I would have thought there'd been. But okay, I don't suppose I have any choice. Let's dig through here, dig through all of that actually, and that. I'm going to try and get access to this bit, I suppose. Great, so my plan hasn't really gone brilliantly, because we don't, as it transpires, we don't actually have enough slime in order to actually do what we wanted to do. Because as much as this was a very convenient place to build it in regards to power connections and water connections, it's not actually been brilliant because we can't really actually reach any of the stuff we need to do. So, yeah. That was me being a muppet. What about this area here? That area is full of germs, and that's full of germs as well. So yeah, this looks like a better spot. Well, this hasn't gone quite as swimmingly as I imagined it would. That was practically all I had in mind with this episode, and now that has turned out to be, well, not really a lot. I was sort of imagining that would, you know, be sort of consequential and meaningful and, you know, useful. But as it transpired, it didn't really turn out that way. The coal has improved a little bit, but it would really help if we could get on with this a bit. Put that up to a 6 for no particularly good reason. It's all this melting ice, that's the problem. All this melting polluted ice that's just randomly producing polluted water. What's that? What? Wolframite? What under the sun is wolframite? A dense metallic compound in a solid state. It is a source of tungsten that is suitable for building power systems. Ah, interesting. I didn't know that's where tungsten came from. I thought tungsten was an alloy. Just goes to show what I know. Okay, has that improved the coal situation? Yeah, that's given us about 4 tons of coal. That's absolutely brilliant. In which case, bust through there. Get all of that. That, and that, I think. Yep, all of that should be enough. That should give us enough coal to keep us going for the time being, and I can severely regret that we ever started this stupid system. How are we doing on refined metal? I don't even think I've used any refined metal. We've got 1,600 kilograms of it. Have I ever actually used the advanced wire on anything? I feel like I really ought to do that for something, but we're not actually having any power overloads at the minute. So maybe I shouldn't really worry that much about that. We're definitely going to need it when we move on to more advanced power systems, but frankly getting to the more advanced power systems would be enough of a step in the right direction rather than worrying about how we're going to deal with it when we get there. Now I just feel like I'm stagnating. I feel like I'm just not making any progress. Ooh, some food, yes. I don't really think we're in massive need of food at the minute because we've got plenty of food. But, you know, I suppose it's nice. It gives them a little treat, I suppose. I've decided to extend our completely seemingly useless gubbins down here for no particularly good reason. Oh, great. Now the pipes have burst. It means there's water everywhere. Brilliant. I've decided to extend this ladder and fire pole system, which I rather wish was just going down in one straight line, but never mind. I've decided to extend this down here in the vague hope of possibly discovering an oil biome, because I don't know about you, but this looks, it could just be the darkness of the shadows, but it looks sort of different from all the other colours that I've seen, which tells me that it might be a fresh biome, which means it might possibly have oil in it, or natural gas. At this point I'd take either. Could you clean that before it goes down into the... No, you couldn't. Of course not. You're duplicants. Not Einstein. Please. Just mop. There we go. That's all I wanted you to do. Sheesh, this area is like 40 degrees. 45 degrees. Goodness. That's probably actually why the place is starting to heat up, because we're just pushing into the hotter areas. I don't think the Wheezeworts are going to be enough. Oh, dear. Stop the press. What is this? A highly pressurized... Oh my giddy aunt. A highly pressurized event that periodically erupts with steam. Why is it called a cool... Oh, cool steam. Yes. Cool steam. Am I crazy? Because cool steam isn't cool. Steam is surely very warm. Or else it wouldn't be steam. Interesting. Geysers and emit elements at variable intervals. They provide a sustainable source of materials at low volumes. Yes. Do we have the skills to do... Not that. Do we have the skills to do field analysis? Field research. Yes, we have 2 people who can do that. Excellent. Good. So that produces steam. But it's very cold here. Which doesn't make any sense, because surely it needs to be hot if it's going to be a steam geyser. Because it's going to need to be warm, or else the steam is not going to... you know, it's not going to stay in its gaseous form, it's going to liquefy. But this could be interesting. This isn't what I was expecting to find by any stretch of the imagination. But, I mean, it could take us back to our ancient idea of using steam generators, wherever the hell I left them. Steam turbine, yes. Oh, which we can't do anyway, because it requires plastic, and we can't get plastic until we get oil, so screw the steam vent, what they ever do for me. The answer to that is get my hopes up. Great, so we've revealed nothing. Nothing of any use, because this isn't any use to us. This is absolutely useless, because I can't use it, because I can't make any plastic, because I can't get any oil. Because I can't find the accursed oil wells. Oh, gosh. Crying out loud, I could cry. It's just every time I think that things are starting to look up in this game, I suddenly realise that they're not, and that I'm just being a nitwit. Oh dear. I don't know what to do. I'm also worried about the temperature, because the temperature of the place is getting quite bad. It used to be mostly green, now it's almost entirely yellow. It's fine here, but, well, I say that. It's alright here. It's not great by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, maybe I'll just cancel the rest of that. There's no point in bothering about it. Buried object. Oh, interesting. Probably one of those fungal seeds, which are of no use to anybody. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know the right move to make. I thought this was going to give us a lot more water than it has. I thought this was going to reveal a lot more than it has. And I thought this would be a lot more useful than it was. Admittedly, I thought this was going to be a hell of a lot more than it was as well. But that never really turned out either. And now I just don't know what to do. I really just don't know what to do. Yeah. I'm going to do something which you may consider radical. Sure, radical isn't a word that you would normally aspire or associate with me, but I'm going to do it anyway. Can I increase this a bit, because we're constantly running out? Oh, and that's when the charge of the batteries. No, I basically just want you to fill that thing up whenever it's like I don't know, like 40% or something. I'm going to deconstruct this, which they seem to be deconstructing it by firing nuts and bolts at it. That's not usually how I deconstruct things. I usually just hit them with hammers. So it's given us iron, but it almost undoubtedly hasn't given us the ability to make that thing, has it? I don't know why I thought just breaking the accursed... Oh, there's a lot more here than I actually realised. I didn't realise you could scroll in these menus. I definitely don't have that machine, do I? Refinement? No. No, I definitely don't have that machine. Which is a shame, because if I could have reconstructed it in the middle of my base, it wouldn't have mattered, because I still have no hydrogen, but it would have been nice. It would have been nice. Just to have the machine that could save our lives, even if we haven't got the accursed thing that makes the machine go. But never mind. No, I'm just looking. I'm looking for a solution. Is what I'm doing. I'm just looking at the map, thinking, surely there must be something that can solve my problem. Ah, chlorine is heavier than oxygen. That's what we've learned today. Interesting. And yet it also seems to be heavier than, lighter than CO2, which is interesting. But we know that CO2 is heavier than oxygen anyway, so that must mean that chlorine is in the middle of the two in terms of its atomical weight. Science. I'm so screwed. Oh, yeah, now they're going to have to walk miles to get the ice, aren't they? Didn't think of that. I don't know if this is the right decision, but I'm going to start using the icy fans. Just for a while, at least. Because our base is expanding into these hot areas, which are like 45C. Like, this area is all 45C. Everything on the right-hand side is 45C. This area up here in the upper left-hand corner, well, actually everything from the upper left-hand corner to the just the left in general, and then this area here is just sort of seeping into that direction. I don't know why this is so cold. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but everything's really hot And I'm hoping that hot air rises, as it does in real life. At least as somebody once told me it does in real life. So, don't know what that's doing there. So, I'm hoping that... the hot air will rise, get cooled by the fans, and then move down again. I'm hoping that's how it's going to work. No evidence, but... You know, whoever needed evidence to make a claim, let's just hope. It's more than enough. However, they have got to make massive commutes to actually reach the ice. On the plus side, we do have lots of ice. We've got like 32 tons of the stuff. Where is it? Yeah, 32.2 tons of ice, which is fantastic. It means we're not going to run out of that. I just don't think this is an ideal solution, because it means they're going to be really busy doing that when they really ought to be doing other jobs. We just have so many things that are producing heat. And... with the, I mean, the Weezeworts are a saviour, don't get me wrong. I just think they would need to be on a much bigger scale than they really are to deal with the level of temperature we've got. I think if I integrated these evenly throughout my base and had about 3 times as many as I do, then things might be alright. But at the moment, that really isn't feasible. We could get a few more, but that would require quite an investment in terms of actually moving around in order to actually reach these. And I get the distinct impression we're reaching the very end of this ice biome, and I don't really have the resources to push into this one, or wherever it is, this one here. Plus this is right at the edge of the map, so there's probably not going to be a massive amount there. Oh gosh.